Welcome to the stock workout where we flex on the market to make gains. In this video, we're going to be talking about Meters Biopharma. This is another biopharmaceutical company, and this is posed to do great things this year. Now, before we get started, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications on so you get an update for every video that I put out. The ticker symbol for this stock is Nmtr. Now, we're going to go through the background information for this stock, and we're going to go through a few catalysts about why this can rise and why it could potentially 4x in the near future. Then we're going to do a little bit of technical analysis and give you some support and resistance levels. So to start off with, this is a biopharmaceutical company that specializes in gastrointestinal products. It's a clinical stage pharmaceutical company with multiple different products in different stages. This is a penny stock. It's got a market cap of 282.7 million. This is another biopharmaceutical play, and as we've seen already this year, the biopharma sector has been doing great things. A little bit of background on Nmtr, so 12 things to know. So investors should be familiar with the gastrointestinal focus of Meters Biopharma. Importantly, the company is advancing candidates for short bowel syndrome and celiac disease. Now this is their target market. So short bowel syndrome, they've written system here, but short bowel syndrome refers to a condition caused by a lack of functioning in the small intestine, and as a result many patients deal with symptoms including diarrhea. This is another play that's similar to JAGX. Celiac disease is a specific type of autoimmune disease where eating gluten causes damage to the small intestine. This is the main significant point that I want to make in this video. It has over 150 patents to support its work. What's the company trying to do? Well, its lead candidate is called lorazepam, which it hopes will help individuals with a gluten-free diet. Now those are people who are suffering from celiac disease. Now, lorazepam is the only drug currently in phase 3 trials for celiac disease. Now that's huge because there's not even another drug that's in phase 3 for celiac disease, and there's no other product licensed for the treatment of celiac disease. As it says down here, this phase 3 trial is exciting because celiac disease affects 1% of the population. That's 1% of the population of the world, which is a huge market. It says that lorazepam is in phase 1 trials in Australia. Now this is for COVID related symptoms. This is another market that Nmtr are trying to get into, the COVID market and people suffering from COVID related symptoms. Its results for the phase 3 trials will be available early on in 2021. Now the results for this are coming in the second half of this year, but its phase 1 and 2 clinical trial results for short bowel syndrome is ongoing, and its results are expected in the first quarter of this year. Now that's going to act like a catalyst and push that price up, and that's currently why we've been seeing the price increase. So if we take a look here, on the 5th of January, it had a huge increase. It went from a low of around 82 all the way to a high of about 176. And then since then, it's come back down a little bit, and we've been seeing it's climbing again. This is in anticipation for these results. It also has 4 other candidates in its pipeline. So in total, there's 4 candidates in its pipeline for these conditions, and they're in a good situation at the minute with phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 trials that are ongoing, with results all expected to come out this year at different points. We take a look here on a few stats for the company. As I said, market cap is 280 million roundabouts. Then if we go to here, holders, we can see that the top institutional investors include Vanguard and BlackRock. So these are 2 big institutional investors, and they hold shares in this company. Now the biggest one is OrbiMed Advisors, and they've got 25 million shares. As a quick summary, 21% of the shares are held by institutions and 12% of shares are held by insiders. Now, insiders have been holding their shares strong. They haven't really been selling, which is a good indication that the results that are due to come out are going to be positive. Now moving on to analyst ratings. Analysts have rated this as a strong buy. It has 3 analyst ratings and they've given an average price target of $4.75 with a high estimate of $6. This is a little bit old and outdated. Now we've seen a new analyst rating from Oppenheimer and they've given it a buy rating and a price target of $6. This was put out on the 28th of January. Now with these things said, we can see that there's quite a few catalysts that are yet to come through for this company, with the phase 3 results coming out, with the phase 1 and 2 results coming out for their second drug for short bowel syndrome. The fact that their phase 3 product is for celiac disease, which affects 1% of the population, and that's the only drug that's currently in phase 3, that is very promising. They're also delving into the COVID market with that drug, and they're currently going to launch phase 1 trials in Australia. Now these are great things and great catalysts for this company, and these are all reasons why this share price can be pushed up. Looking at the charts, we can see that recently, since January, it's been forming a bullish flag, this being the flag fall. Here's the consolidation of price, and now we've seen a breakout here. So now we can see it's broken out of this trend and it is on the upswing. So a couple of price points to take note of. The first support being at 136, second support being at 130. So if we see a breakdown of price here, you might see it hit 136 and bounce back up, or you might see it come down to $1.30 as well. The first resistance point being at $1.45 and the next $1.55. But due to the catalyst, we may even see this price push straight through these 2 resistance points. RSI is pretty close to neutral. It's at 62 currently. As you can see, previously the volume was very high and we saw a run up in the price, and then as the price came down, we see the volume was lower and lower. Now we've seen the volume spike again and we're seeing that increase in the price action. Now the volume stands at nearly 44 million on Friday, with an average volume of 6 million. If you appreciate that, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel and show some support. I'll see you on the next one.